Leadership is not all about being in charge. It's about taking care of people in your charge. I said that again. Leadership is not about being in charge. It is about taking care of people in your charge. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on when you are watching from. This is Professional Daily Devotion with Olasunkanmi, Opeifa, when we inspire you to just be more. Okay, either as a teacher, as any other profession that you have found yourself in, just know that you are meant for greatness, and that is what we do every morning. And today we continue our series on empathy. Here we are looking at empathy in leadership. I don't think you are not a leader because you do not occupy any position. No, we are not talking about position leadership alone. We are looking at leadership even from yourself, self leadership down to positional leadership, down to any form of sphere or space where you are and you are influencing people to move from one level of growth to another to reach a particular goal. It could be in a community, it could be a small team, it could be in a big organization, you could be heading two or three organizations together, you could just be the MD of an organization or a company. I mean, whatever, you're a teacher, you're a principal, you are the head of department, any capacity. Want you to learn this morning is just one thing: empathy in leadership. And I'm going to start with the definition, two definitions that we actually know, and you will agree with me that yes, this is actually defining leadership. One, leadership is control. Yes. And two, leadership is influence. The difference between these two is just one variable, and that is empathy. Without empathy, then you control. With empathy, you influence, you inspire people to reach the end. I mean, people are always thought that leadership is all about authority, strategy, execution. No, it's far more than that. Leadership includes you listening to people, connecting to them, and responding with emotional intelligence to build lasting influence. So, how do you add empathy in leadership? How do you step into the shoes of the people you are leading in such a way that everybody is happy at the end of the day and they see you as a great leader? One thing great leaders do, whether knowingly or unknowingly, is that they embrace empathy in such a way that everybody in the organization is saying, wow, this man is a great man. I mean, have you ever wondered why some people will leave an organization and go, oh, we are happy. I thank God, he has gone. Okay. And some will be going, and then everybody will be full of tears. And then, you just see emotional reactions here and there. Okay, probably the difference is just how the person has led. Empathy. So no matter what you are leading, when you are leading yourself, start with empathy. You can only give what you have. Empathize with yourself and lead yourself properly. Then you start leading others. So let's look at the framework of empathy in leadership today, and we are looking at lead. 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 The first word L there, I mean, the first letter L there is listen actively, followed by empower others, adapt to people's needs, and lastly, T there is demonstrate compassion in decision making. Yes, we cannot really overflog this. Listening is very important. The best gift a leader will have is listening. No, not people listening to you, but you listening to others. Yes. Yeah, as a leader, come on, listen to me. No, it's all about you now saying, okay, can I listen to you? I mean, can you try it today? Ask someone in your organization, ask your team. All right, everybody, can I listen to you today? Can you give me feedback today? Learn to listen to people. Most people actually, and then when you listen, please don't listen to say you want to respond or to defend, or you want to listen to understand, okay, so that you can take them to the next level. Okay. The best thing your followers want to enjoy from you is to feel that they are heard. So when they feel that they are heard, I'm telling you, they are going to commit a whole lot into that. So how do you actively apply this? Ask more questions. So instead of assuming, ask questions about how they are going, how they are feeling, how they are achieving the goal, how they see the vision, how they see their target, how they see their KPI and the rest. Okay, ask questions there, and then give them full attention when they are giving you feedback. Okay, and then practice what's called reflective listening. Rephrase what they have said. Okay, for them to feel heard. I'm telling you, if you try this, they are going to commit a whole lot into your work. Two there, empower others. Discipline of trusting your team. You see, many leaders, one of the problems they have is that they don't even trust the people they are leading. I was in Finland, and one thing I picked from there, and I've been practicing, is trusting people that they would deliver. I mean, I just trust you that you understand this work, and it depends on you. The success of this country, the success of this organization depends on you. I mean, one person, you. And then we trust you that from your corner, this country will not drown. And then, I mean, I want to trust that. And I communicate that to people around me that, see, You are the only one that will make this organization successful. So do your work. Let me do my own. Let everybody do his or her own, and then you are going to succeed. So that's trust there. When you as a leader start micromanaging people, you cannot trust them, you are already killing your organization. Just trust. Yes, it's risky. That is the risk there. We all take that risk. So trust without a risk. Okay. Delegate little responsibility. Don't do everything. Don't oversee everything. You are going to wear yourself out. Aside that, you are not going to even create leaders around you. There is a book by John C. Maxwell that says that developing leaders around you, you find you rest well, you function better when you have leaders around. I'm not talking about education alone, but one thing that I have observed, which you are going to be looking at from next week, is leadership. That in education, leadership is one of our greatest problems. One of our greatest problems is what? Leadership. So we'll look at that next week anyway. So empower others, delegate with trust, give feedback when they deliver, okay, and then recognize the area of strength. What can this do? I remember in my organization, when you give work to people, there are some people that all they just need is clarity. I mean, just give A and B. I don't want to mention their name now. Okay, responsibilities, and be clear to deliver. Somebody now joined us along the line, and we discovered that she's not getting it. I mean, what concerns me, I've given you the responsibility and I've moved on, deliver. And we'll come back, we'll be like, I didn't understand. Aside that, this person actually needs motivation. Okay, when she delivers, and then you will need to say, oh, well done. You see, you did that aspect very well. So recognize the area of strength as you are delegating. Or can you see that they are going to deliver? And the A there is adapt to people's need. I mean, that's just the example I've already jumped to use there. Adapt to people's need when you lead them. I mean, you are wondering, me as a leader, why should I adapt? No, they are not the one to adapt to your leadership style. When you are leading with empathy, you now step into their shoes. I mean, even as a teacher, you step into the student's shoes and they're okay. What is the learning style of the student? The same thing too as a leader. When you are leading people as a principal, as MD, anything, look at the people you are leading. How best do you think I can step into their shoes from their background, from their story, from their CV? I think this is how they function. Okay, how can they step? Can I step into their shoes first? Do not take them from where they are to where I want them to be. So you need to learn adaptability rather, into the style of your followers. I mean, probably that is new to you as a leader. Leadership is about adjusting, not expecting everybody to fit into your own mode. You are the one to adjust and to lead them to where you are going. So what do? Know your team's communication style, be flexible in your expectation, and recognize that people need support, and at times they also need independence. You understand all this as a leader. The D there is demonstrate compassion in decision making. High leaders, please, when you are making tough decisions, recognize that people, you also need to express it with compassion. Yes, I know that there will be reasons why people need to do extra work. There will be reasons why you need to tear that paper and ask them to go over it again. But you know what? You can still achieve it by being very compassionate about it. Empathy in leadership doesn't mean that you are avoiding tough decision. No, but you are carrying the people along. You are careful about it. I remember at a particular time in the school where I led briefly, I was we supposed to deliver something, a report about students, and this was very massive, and we had to deliver it in a few days. I went to this teacher, said, "Please, I will need this in." It was on a Monday. I will need it on Wednesday morning, and they were like, "No, it's too much now. We don't." I said, "Please calm down." And I told them, "Okay, can we achieve this?" By the time I communicated it in a very calm way to them, do you know what? By Wednesday morning, I had the work delivered, and it didn't stop there. To demonstrate compassion, I went back to them to appreciate them. So when you deliver the difficult news, deliver it with empathy. And when they are done and they deliver to you, please appreciate them. And when they didn't really deliver very well, please respect them and treat them with a high level of compassion. And that's how to lead with empathy. Finally, let's take some practical steps we are supposed to do today. Today, listen more in meetings and in conversations. Find one way to empower someone, delegate responsibility to someone. It could even be your student, it could be your team, it could be the new person in your organization. And then make sure that leadership is all about service, not authority. You are there to serve people, not to control them. So let's take our words of affirmation this morning. I lead with empathy. Yes, you lead. Even at least you lead yourself. Just say it again. I lead with empathy. I listen. I empower. I adapt to the needs of people around me. My leadership is not just about results, it is about people. Thank you for saying that. Leadership without empathy is control. As you said, leadership with empathy is influence. The strongest leaders are those who inspire others. Tomorrow, we are going to be looking at empathy in conflict resolution, okay, and how to turn workplace disagreement into stronger connection. Next week, let's start preparing. We are delving fully into leadership, and we are starting with self leadership. Thank you for joining today. Thank you for being a great leader. You are highly celebrated.